Hello, Liam Maguire. How are you?
How's it going, Kurt?
Good, buddy. Good to see you.
Good to see you, pal.
Next Goal Wins, brand new book. Look at it. It's brand spanky new.
It's all nice
Brand
and shiny.
new. Oh, it's shiny. Shiny. Wayne Gretzky did the forward.
He sure did.
That was nice of him to do that.
It was very nice of him to do that. We were sitting in a limo in Fort McMurray, Alberta, in May.
Little Newfoundland.
Little Newfoundland, because Darren Langdon was there. Speaking of Newfoundland, Langer had some of the best one-liners that entire weekend. But Langer, Kelly Chase, Marty McSorley, Dave Semenko, Brian Trottier, Wayne, and myself.
All up in Fort Mac.
Just a little name dropping. Up in
You'd
Fort
never
Mac.
name dropped before.
I know, first time ever. Yeah. Earl Joliet, Prescott Hotel, 1985. But yeah, so Wayne did the forward after hanging with me for a couple of days, and I stumped him on his career a few times.
Did you really? You stumped him on his own career?
On his own career. That's how the whole conversation
You've done that
started.
before, though. Like
well,
with
I do it with
guys.
everybody. Yeah, it's fun.
I'm interested on the back. I was reading this, and I didn't know this. The Bobby Orr goal.
Yeah.
And my God, what a pleasure he is to talk to, eh?
He is. He's a consummate gentleman, and I call that, you're talking about the 70 associations to the number 4. I call it the greatest numerical statistical anomaly in the history of sports.
How are there 70 different associations with the number 4 and that goal?
Listen, it's one of those freaky things, Kurt. I can't speak to the other sports like I can to hockey, but in hockey, it's prevalent. I don't know why, but you look at Rocket Richard's first goal, November 8th, 42. He becomes the all-time goal-scoring leader November 8th, 1952, 10 years to the day later.
Yeah.
You look at the first player ever in the NHL from Newfoundland, your home province.
Yes.
Alex Faulkner.
Yes.
And that part of hockey history that he's actually a part of. November 10th, 1963. Gordie Howe passes Rocket Richard for the most career goals in NHL history with goal number 545. It's a shorthanded goal. Alex Faulkner is in the box serving the penalty when Detroit scores shorthanded. He's serving not a minor penalty, but a major penalty, the only major penalty of his NHL career. November 10, 63. He later was with the Toronto Maple Leafs. You know, first player ever from Newfoundland. And
I got to meet him one time, actually. Yeah.
I'm sure it did, probably outside in a bar.
Yeah.
But Bobby Orr's association to number 4. The 70 associations to number 4.
70.
70. Here's just 8 or 10, okay? He wore 4. He was tripped by Noel Picard, who wore 4. It was the 4th goal in the 4th period of the 4th game to make the score 4-3. It was a 4-game sweep. It was Boston's 4th Stanley Cup. The time of the goal was 40 seconds. I'm feeling parched. I need a pint. But, you know, I could give you all 70 if I had a pen and a paper in a few years.
Listen, how do you know these things? Like, I've met guys who have hockey at trivia
I learned
before.
from you, buddy.
No, you haven't, because I don't have a memory like that. Is it association for you? Do you know how all this happens?
Yeah, that's a big part of it.
Like numbers association, and it's just stuff that you remember?
Yeah, it's association. It's well, I've been doing it a long time. Started with
I know, but it's freaky, man. Come on.
Is it really? I don't know.
A little bit.
Well, I don't know. I think a lot of people don't realize what they use their mind for in day-to-day lives. I have extrapolated it maybe a little bit more than the average person because this is a big part of how I make my living, as you know.
Yeah.
I mean, I travel around, as I just was telling you a story about Wayne. I was hired as an entertainer out there. Well, telling stories. Like, who was your favorite player growing up as a kid?
Ronnie Ellis.
Ronnie Ellis. So Ronnie Ellis won a Memorial Cup in 1963 with what they regard as maybe the best junior team in 1 year ever in history in Toronto. 13 of those guys turned pro in the National Hockey League on that team. His first number was 11. His second number was 8. We all remember him with 6. He didn't start wearing number 6 until 1969.
That's why I wear 6.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Right? Ronnie Ellis from Lindsay, Ontario.
Yeah.
And Stanley Cup winner in '67. And he came out of retirement. Interesting, with international hockey coming on the forefront here with the World Juniors. But Ronnie came out of retirement to play for Canada in the World Championships in '77.
Yeah.
Canada won a bronze, and then he came back and played another couple of seasons with the Leafs. But a true gentleman. He's on the board still with the Team Canada
nice guy.
'72. One of the nicest guys you'll meet. Works for the Hockey Hall of Fame. Tremendous guy.
What's different about, you've written books before about hockey trivia, and you know, you write online and on all that sort of thing. What's different about this book? What have you included?
Well, it's 2012, so we're up to date. You know, I took all of the reference stats and I updated them. I added about 35% new material, and we've repackaged it. I've got the up-to-date information on my battle for Paul Henderson to get him into the Hockey Hall of Fame. Great news, obviously, with the International Ice Hockey Federation going to induct him in May.
Why isn't Paul Henderson in the Hockey Hall of Fame in Canada?
Well, it's the Hockey Hall of Fame is global, so but he's not in on this side of the ocean for a couple of reasons. It's political. He's not in because of politics. And then you got to get into the minutia of why that is. But I think partly because when he jumped to the WHA, Jim Gregory and Harry Sinden were the GMs of Toronto and Boston, respectively.
Yes.
It was a very acrimonious split. Any hardcore Leaf fans will remember when Maple Leaf Gardens closed in '99. Paul did not attend. Dave Keon did not go back and attend.
Right.
And Harold Ballard had been dead a long time, and they didn't go back. That tells you how deep that hatred ran.
Yeah.
And it goes both ways, and it goes both ways in terms of how I think Paul's been snubbed partly because of that. There's also been other rumors as well, but they haven't been really substantiated. All we know was this: he missed by 2 votes in 1997. He will get in 2013 is my belief and my hope, and rightfully so. He scored the most impactful goal in the history of the sport. I detail that in the book.
Right. Do you have any opinion on the NHL lockout?
Yeah, it's reprehensible. It's an absolute joke. It's a travesty, and they can all go to hell in a handcart as far as I'm concerned. If we don't get this settlement the next, this week is a telling week, obviously, with the players meeting the owners today and the Board of Governors meeting tomorrow. We should have something by Friday. If everyone's on Twitter, we know last night what happened with the Boston reporter, what he said. So we'll see, Kurt. But it's costing me money, and it's costing a lot of other people money.
A lot of people
money, and I'm hoping like hell it ends, obviously.
Before we go, 2 words. Brad Fritsch.
Brad Fritsch, just absolutely incredible. It's the greatest single sports story in Ottawa history, as far as I'm concerned. The exclusivity to make the PGA. Not only does he qualify through the tour, then he turns around and betters that, birdies his 108th hole, to finish T7.
Yesterday, yeah.
Absolutely unbelievable story that just keeps going, and let's hopefully it translates into 2013 for him as well.
I know you played a lot of golf with Brad and his family and so on, and everybody in this town's behind him. What does it mean that he finished tied for 7th at the Q School? It just helps him out in the coming year,
there's
right?
Q School and there's Web.com Tour.
Yeah.
They take 25 from each. So you pull from one, you pull one, you pull the other, right? So when you're making the PGA Tour.
Yeah.
So he moved up from 18th to 7th. So essentially he went from 36th in terms of being names pulled to make a PGA start up to 14th. That's a significant jump.
Means more starts.
More
right?
starts for sure. He's looking already at probably 20 to 25. Now he's looking in probably 25 to 28. And member at Rideau, as I am as well.
Yeah,
and very proud of the Rideau Golf and Country Club.
You sure are. Where can you get the book, Liam?
Get it Chapters in Indigo, Kurt. It's out there right now. We're doing a book signing at Liam Maguire's on December the 15th. If anybody's in town, it's open to the public from 2 to 6 in the afternoon. Come on by, have a pint and a shot of whiskey, and we'll sign her up for you.
That happens to be a bar, Liam Maguire's. Liam Maguire, I thank you, my friend, for your time.
Thank you, brother. Thanks for having me on, man. Appreciate it.